What's up, interwebs? It's your realtor, Jeremy. It's Tuesday. It's time for the Tuesday market update. This week, we're taking a look at a couple of west side cities, Peoria and Glendale. Now wait, before we run the intro, would you do me a favor, and if you like the content or you like me, would you do me a favor and click subscribe while the intro's running? All right, let's get into the numbers for Peoria. You can see that the actives, new and sold were all kind of hovering around each other, but then at the beginning of 2021, we started to see that steady decline in active listings. They have kind of mellowed out, if not picked up a little bit. Definitely, I think we kind of, at least in Peoria, kind of hit the bottom back in February, March for active listings. So I think we're going to continue to see them creep up just a little bit. Average sale price definitely up, consistently up. We did have a little bit of that blip in January where it kind of spiked the hair, came down a little bit in December, pretty normal, but then just picked right back up and we're continuing to increase. Absorption rate, just over half a month. And then the sold to list ratio, you can see that looks very similar to the East Valley cities where we've accelerated and we're selling for over asking generally. But one of the things that's a little different here is we've got the tan line and the black line are staying pretty close to each other. Average sale price $448,641, 641, up from $358,524, 524, so 25% change year over year. Year to date number is about 23%, so the year over year is pretty accurate to the year to date. And then days on market were 25, down from 42. Again, really anything under 30 days, which is kind of a standard conventional loan close, that's pretty quick. Of course, I'm also hearing that a lot of agents are having trouble with conventional loans closing in 30 days. I haven't had issues with that, but I also have really awesome lenders I work with, so yeah. Spread of houses, you can see that we're still sitting about the 300 to 400 in Peoria, so we haven't quite rolled over to the higher price point yet in Peoria. I think we're definitely on the precipice of it, but not quite there yet. So obviously last April was the middle of the lockdown. Things were shut down. People weren't traveling. I remember driving on the roads to show houses and there being just nobody on the roads in the middle of the day. It was bonkers. But so last year we sold 285 houses in April. This year we sold 420. That's an additional almost, what is that, 135 more homes. So again, low inventory is because we have so many buyers, not because there aren't any sellers. There are lots of sellers right now. All right, take a look at Glendale. That first graph just stresses me out. Like, how on earth can we give any kind of idea of like a trend when the lines are that crazy? But what we can see is that in Glendale, the inventory dropped in December and just kind of stayed flat. So in other areas, we've had it just dropping like a rock, but in Glendale it dipped down low but kind of stayed steady. And you can see that the new listings have actually increasing like we were saying, but then the solds are all over the place. December we had over 400, January under 300, just over 300 in February, March we had like 450, and so it's just kind of been all over the place. But Glendale's average sale price has been accelerating, I would say almost as fast as we've seen in like Queen Creek and Chandler. So that's pretty interesting because Glendale generally is a lower price point and doesn't have some of the higher end properties. Peoria is actually considered an emerging luxury market. There's a specific area north of the 101 where there's some $1 million, $2 million houses, stuff like that. But Glendale doesn't have anything like that. It's all pretty much similar type of home. You'll see that when we look at the price spread. And then the other thing is the sold to list ratio. You can see it stayed pretty tight. Even though the black did go over the tan line, it stayed pretty tight, but this month, April, it looks like it's spread just a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on that trend in Glendale because it is just a little different and just different enough that you would want to use a different tactic in writing offers or expectations for sellers, which again is why it's so important to make sure that you use a realtor that either A, already knows the area, or B, is savvy and understands the markets and can look at the data to be able to share with you as a seller or as a buyer what to expect. Average sale price $374,744, up from $302,887, a 23.72% change. Again, a little bit lower price point than Peoria is. Year-to-date appreciation is 21.5, so pretty close. And then days on market were at 23, down from 32. And the spread of houses, the majority of the homes that sold were $300,000 to $400,000, similar to Peoria. However, look, we had 200, and Peoria was split almost the same at 400 to 500, where this is definitely a big drop off when you get up to that higher price point. Similarly to Peoria, though, we sold about the same amount of homes. Went from 298 last year to 415, so pretty substantial jump there. All right, that's it for this week's Tuesday Market Update. I appreciate you guys checking it out. Again, if you would, click subscribe. It helps my channel out a ton. It helps me reach more people that can use my information, even if you're not looking to buy or sell. It helps other realtors find my information. It helps other buyers and sellers get the information that I'm sharing to understand this market. It's a crazy market, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, you gotta change the way that we proceed with sellers and with buyers. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys next week. 4th week of the month, so it's going to be the luxury market report, and we have some exciting news about a new certification I just got, but we'll share next week on the Tuesday Market Update. Bye guys.